I want to tell you a personal story. But in order to do that, first I need to read a short passage from All the Pretty Horses. I lost my fingers in a shooting accident, she said. The right barrel burst. I was 17, Alejandra's age. There is nothing to be embarrassed about. People are curious. It's only natural. I'm going to guess that the scar on your cheek was put there by a horse. Yes, ma'am. It was my own fault. She watched him, not unkindly. She smiled. Scars have the strange power to remind us that our past is real. The events that caused them can never be forgotten, can they? I want to tell you a story of my own scar. A story that came back to me while I was reading this amazing book. I was only 5 years old, so this is one of the first memories that I ever made, memories that I've retained. I was at a playground with my mom. She was talking to someone sitting kind of ways away from me. The playground was grassy, dirt. There were swings, metal, heavy swings. A girl was standing on a swing and swinging. Underneath the swing, there were holes in the ground. These were holes done by kids who would drag their feet as they were swinging. And in that hole, I noticed flowers. I loved my mom. I was 5. When I looked at those flowers, I thought this was the best opportunity ever. I had no money to buy her flowers, but I could pick those up and give her the flowers. I thought she was going to be so happy. So I got close to the swing. The girl was going hard. She's standing on a swing and another girl is pushing her in the back. I get down, I climb underneath the swing, and I'm picking up the flowers. I can hear the swing above me, the girls laughing. With the flowers in my hand, I started to crawl away from the swing, and just when I thought I must be far enough from it, I kind of picked myself up and turned around. In that instant, I knew it was a mistake. The swing, the very corner of it, hit me in the forehead. Hit me so hard, it knocked me out. Supposedly, I flew in the air. My mom ran to me, picked me up, carried me home. I was bleeding. By then I awoke. I remember seeing blood on the stairs. She called for an ambulance. I was taken to the hospital. Concussion, bad cut. I'm gonna be okay. Not a horrible story at all. I got my first stitches in my head. There were 2 other occasions where I had that pleasure. In any case, what I was left with was a scar. It was a scar that I had as a reminder of what had happened when I was 5, and then 10. The scar was with me, and 15, and 20, and 25. But eventually, this scar started to be less and less visible. I would tell people the story of this accident and wanted to show them this big scar, and the scar was tiny. And one day, I couldn't find it. The scar disappeared. And now I'm 50, gonna be 50 this year. And when I think back on that kid who was 5, it's difficult for me to imagine that that was me. It feels like somebody else. I don't know if you're the same way. Leave a comment, let me know. I wish I had that scar still. I wish it stayed with me. That scar would keep me connected to that boy who was 5 years old and wanted to pick up flowers for his mom. So I wish I still had that scar. But I don't. The scar is gone. And I feel disconnected from my childhood in many ways. My childhood was spent in Poland. I was born in Warsaw. I moved to US when I was 15, 16. So I spent most of my life here. And that boy with a scar feels like he's there. He's in Warsaw. He's not here. So I wish I still had that scar. That's the power of Cormac McCarthy's. He, in this small passage, really made me think, took me back to a different time, a different place, certainly, and made me think about the power of A scar, the power to remind us that our past is real. So I've lost that. You don't see any scar on my forehead anymore. But the story is real. I remember it vividly. Although, who knows, I've told this story so many times that perhaps I just remember the last time I told this story. Because that's how memories are formed, not the actual event. I mean, I was only 5 years old and it was traumatic. So, anyway, that's my story. Cormac McCarthy's All the Pretty Horses. I'm not done with it, but I know I'm going to love it. It's so beautiful. His sparse prose works so perfectly in this setting. 1950s, North Mexico, cowboys, love story. It's beautiful. It's thought-provoking. It made me think. It made me shoot this video impromptu. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched it till the end, I just want to say thank you. And let me know if you feel somewhat disconnected from your past, or what is the link, what is the anchor that's keeping you connected to your childhood self. Thanks for watching.